Jumpstart, right? It's, I saw a Broccoli video, Mr. Broccoli Man, and he was reacting to a video that a guy made about bad weapons and ultra kill. And it turns out that I have apparently made 3 fucking videos on alt Jumpstart being like hee 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 ha, silly weapon, which is like just not true. Like,
What do you mean?
I'm just like LARPing or something. I don't know. Jumpstart's broken. Both variants of Jumpstart are like comedically broken. This is the point. Oh, Jumpstart is weird, right? Okay, so look, right. I'm gonna say the preface of this video is I think there should be more of a reason inherent to like the weapons themselves to use alt Jumpstart over regular Jumpstart or regular Jumpstart over alt Jumpstart. Because right now, the way that I see it is the reason that you use regular Jumpstart is if you use saw blades, and the reason to use alt Jumpstart is if you use nail guns. There isn't any reason you would ever use all 3 of one or all 3 of the other, like I do with shotguns, right? You can very easily say, I want to use all 3 shotguns, or I want to use all 3 jackhammers, or even revolvers, if you really like alt marksman. Fucking weirdo, you fucking... No, but it's like, you can justify any configuration of piercer, or marksman, sharpshooter, any configuration of shotguns, and it will make, like, reasonable sense. Jumpstart is, like, it's objectively smarter to not use all 3 in, like, every situation. Okay? Like, obviously you can use all 3 if you want to, but, like, you're missing out. And, like, why? Okay, this is why. This is why. Regular Jumpstart, okay? You put some nails into something. Oh, look at those nails. Look at them go. And then I Jumpstart this thing. Look at it conduct.
Wow.
Wow. So the way that this works is nails conduct, right? Like the electricity will chain. Magnets also conduct. So do coins. It's a lot. Jumpstart's fucking complicated. Conduction's complicated. But point being is enemies with nails in them conduct, right? And also they take more damage the more nails are in them. That's kind of how it works. But you know, you put some nails into this, into that guy, into this guy, put some more into that one. Look at all that. Wow. And because I didn't put any nails into this guy, he didn't die. He didn't get any extra damage. That's what the nail gun marksman does. The Jumpstart does. Now, what does alt Jumpstart do? Alt Jumpstart, well, it does. I'm good. Hi, Mirror Reaper. You can come into this video. Alt Jumpstart does this. You'll notice how I didn't use the fucking alt Jumpstart because you don't need to. That's the point. Okay. The way alt Jumpstart works is you don't get the inherent conduction that nails give you. Like you don't get that, but it decreases the amount of time taken for the Jumpstart to discharge. So if I put this guy into here, and that's not doing anything. It'll only hit that one guy. But it will hit that one guy faster. So because you hit him faster, right? I go stick, it discharges faster, which means I then get my next Jumpstart faster. Even if it does less damage, it still does I think it's 10 damage. That's a lot. Railgun does 8. So Jumpstart does a lot of damage. Water does also conduct. This is actually a reason why oh, I want to use. This is kind of my whole point. Is why would I use the alt Jumpstart personally if I use both sword blades? Because you saw that I was oh look, it will work if I put magnets down, and it fucking didn't. But I can put magnets down, stick something with this, put some nails in it, and then go.
Wow.
Which is cool. Hey, I don't usually do this, but if you're one of the thousands of people who watch these videos every day and aren't subscribed, I'm LARPing. I'm not actually going to tell you to subscribe. Right, Lasagna?
Subscribe.
And yeah, no, I actually wanted to tell you about this conversation I had with Broccoli, and I thought this would be funny. Anyway, here comes a bunch of text. I was talking to Mr. Broccoli Man, John Ultrakill Weapon himself, and I showed him my opinions, and I think we agreed that there's an issue here, but we disagreed on the solution. Well, I'm oh, it'd be cool if there was something inherent to differentiate everything, and he was like, I think currently it's okay, but the issue is more nail bombs stink and overheat saw is weird and janky. I mean, look at this bullshit on this. I don't even know, how does that even make sense? Talking about sword on and not sword on, talking about Jumpstart and stuff is hard and weird because they've balanced themselves into a corner. I don't even know how this is possible, but a tractor nail gun is just broken. You can see in this video Broccoli sent me. It's just, how does that even make, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make any sense at all. So that's broken. Nail bombs don't work. How are you meant to balance this and make it work? And it's just kind of like, ooh, this is a mess. And then we just kind of like shared a bunch of like ideas we had for like changes, you know, just spitballing ideas. And that was cool. And I had fun doing it. And if I'm misconstruing anything, Mr. Broccoli Man, I'm sure he'll watch this video and call me an idiot in the comments. Do you want to say anything?
You're a nerd.
My fault. That's really cool that I can like mix and match and be like, okay, I've got my default Jumpstart. I'll put some nails in it. I'll put down some magnets. I'll go bang, bang, bang with the magnets. And it discharges fast and does more damage and still conducts. That's really cool, right? But here's the kicker. Why would I use Alt Jumpstart? Why? Tell me one reason I should use Alt Jumpstart if I use both Overheat and regular Sword Blade Launcher, right? Why would I use Alt Jumpstart? It's not for the left click. I'm not using Alt Jumpstart to sit here and go bang. I'm not using it like this. This is dumb, right? If I want to make a, because obviously if I'm using Sword Blade Launchers, I'm making a sword trap. I'm using regular. I'm not doing this. This is dumb. This doesn't. No one does this.
No.
That's not. So like the left clicks of both jump starts are low-key useless. No one uses these. Like, this is just worse than both of the. Well, okay, it's not worse than Overheat's left click, but Overheat is like so broken for the fucking, you know, Overheat. Crazy, I know. Anyway, I'm saying all this shit about Alt Jumpstart, right? I'm like, oh, why do I ever use Alt Jumpstart? But if I say had a layout like this, right, which I think is like a primary like cybergrind layout, or a layout like this, why would I ever use regular Jumpstart? Because now I just don't have sword blades. I just cannot get the effect that a sword blade gives me if the faster discharge. I've just locked myself out of that ability, which is fine.
Do that?
I just do that. And it's like, oh, suddenly, the Jumpstart now essentially functions like an alternate Jumpstart. I don't know. I think, like when you're making your loadout, right? I don't think personally that your choice of weapon should be entirely based on like your other. So like, if I had, like jackhammer core reject, right? The choice to use shotgun pump charge isn't entirely based on the fact that I have a jackhammer. I like the choice but whether I use pump charge or alt pump charge is mostly on whether I want to use pump charge or alt pump charge. It's not, well, I've already got 2 alternate shotguns, so I may as well, you know? That's not why I would pick a jackhammer. I'd pick it because I like what that weapon does. Like in of itself. And I'm not saying it's like necessarily like a bad thing that like, oh, okay, I need to think I have a sword blade launcher and an overheat, so I'm gonna use this version of the jump start because then I can more easily get the detonation, the faster discharge, and I can keep my swords for a sword trap some other time, right? Like obviously that's not like a bad thing the game has. Like it's you know, it's cool that I can fucking, my choice of weapon isn't entirely dependent on just itself. So like the point that I'm getting at is like Ultra Kill is cool because it hits a balance of well, I want to pick this weapon because it's cool, but I also want to pick it because I've already got this variant and that variant, right? It's you meet in the middle, right? Whereas Jumpstart I think is a little bit too far in the I'm picking this weapon because of the other weapons I have, and not because I think this version is cool over the other. I mean, you could always just not give a fuck and just use whatever the hell you want to use, which is like, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, like, hey man, if you want to run all 3 sword blade launchers, go fucking crazy. It's not like it's bad. It's not like it's bad. Jumpstart does so much fucking damage to one thing, like it's low-key worth it just for that. It's crazy. But I don't know, like I think it'd be cool, like if I use a loadout like this, like I do personally, because I don't play Cybergrind, so I don't I like the big saw blade, right? The big saw blade's low-key kind of like not that good, but I like it. God damn it, it's big, so I use it. But then if I want to play like I don't want to lock myself out of not being able to use the nail gun ability of the Jumpstart at all. I don't want to do that, so I use the nail gun version. And at the same point, if I had this loadout, then I'd give myself ult Jumpstart, and I'd be like, well, why would I use the nail gun Jumpstart? Because I've already got 2 nail guns. You see what I'm getting at here? So like, I think it'd be cool. It'd be cool if there was like a little thing each Jumpstart variant had in their favor to be like, hey, even if you use, you know, 2 sword blade launchers, maybe you want to consider completely giving up any nail gun ability, because there's a little something extra that the ult Jumpstart does. And the same thing could go for the default, right? It's like, hey, if you're already using 2 nail guns, maybe you want to use the nail gun Jumpstart and give up faster detonation, because it's a little something extra the default does that the ult doesn't, you know? In the same vein that, like, I like to use Sharpshooter as the example. Before ult Sharpshooter got its buff, I'm like, why am I using ult Sharpshooter, right? This is silly. This weapon's silly. I will just use default because, well, I get 3. And 3 is good. 3 is better than 1. The tiny little bit of extra damage ult did really was not, like, super worth it. But then they gave it the instant spin up as the buff. Just a tiny little thing. It saves you half a second? A second, maybe? But that second of difference is enough for you to be like, yeah, I like this so much more than the default. It's just nicer to be able to just pull it out and go bang. It's a very tiny little buff. It's nothing crazy. And I'm not saying that, like, I'm not saying we need to go, like, ult marksman route and completely rework one of these weapons because one variant's objectively better than the other, because it isn't. We don't need something this drastic for something so strong. But I think it'd be cool just to have, like, a little thing in each variant's flavor to be like, maybe think twice before being like, well, I'm already using 2 sword blade launchers, so I'll just pick default. Or I'm already using 2 nail guns, so I'll just pick ult. You know, maybe just a little something. I don't know. That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Cool and awesome.
Yeah, there's my, like, there's my actual, like, my real opinions about something where I'm not just being hyperbolic for the bit for once.
Wow.
That's what I usually do. But, like, no, that's like, that's what I actually think about it. That's why I'll go like, oh, Jumpstart's bad. It's mostly a joke. It's not bad. It's fucking broken. Of course it's broken. I use ult Jumpstart all the time. Literally constantly. Except the way I use ult Jumpstart is I just do this.
Ow.
That is the exact same effect as the ult Jumpstart. And the downside is I can't place a saw trap for a few seconds. Which, because Jumpstart is just so fucking broken, especially an enemy like a Hideous Mass, like it does so much damage. Like look how much fucking damage this thing does. Okay, Hideous Mass has 60 health. Jumpstart. Let me just 26. That did 34 damage. That's ridiculous. That is insane. And, you know, I could make it even better for like a few seconds, right? I could make it even fucking stronger if I wanted. I could do this. And then swap. And then, wow, look, it did one extra, it did one, because the sword blades didn't hit it as much. I placed the magnet too high, but if I place the magnet lower, the sword blades hit it, and it does way more damage because sword blade launcher is broken. But anyway, yeah, the point being, Jumpstart's already broken, no matter what variant you use. But I wish there was more of a reason to use each variant, because I can just, well, I can just do this, you know, I can just go, and then I can do this. And then I get all the benefits of both versions, and it does reasonably the same amount of damage. It's just I don't have the sword blades flying around hitting it this way. But, like, there's a difference. Very little difference. Maybe people really like the fact that, like, it's unique, and the fact that you can build your loadout around Jumpstart. It's like, okay, I want to use ult Jumpstart, so I'll build my, you know, maybe people like that fact. I think, just personally, it would be more cool if there was a reason to use the weapon in of itself. That's my opinions. My takes. People love a linguini hot take. Oh boy.
Ooh.
No, they don't. This is a lie.
So they're gonna have fun hitting on this one or whatever.
Shit's so fucking broken. That shit, it's so strong. Okay, that's my take.
Yep.
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 Yeah.